Hello and welcome to Wednesday Yoga Flow. I am Megan, and we're doing yoga for stress and anxiety. And tonight we're going to do a half an hour flow. The last few weeks we've been working on the koshas, so if you've been following along, just an FYI, we're still working in the pranamaya kosha, and we're going to work a little bit with energy tonight. It's going to be a little more subtle than what we've been doing. The kosha layer is going to be a little more subtle, but yeah, I'm not going to tell you what to feel. I just want you to see what you feel today. And so since we're going to be working with energy, we're going to try and keep it pretty mellow tonight. We're going to work with some grounding poses and maybe some grounding breath work. So that's my plan. So just to get started, we're going to start in a comfortable seat. And once you find your comfortable seat, just for a minute or two, we're going to be here. So allow your shoulders to drop down. Allow the crown of your head to reach up toward the sky. And take just a moment to notice how your body feels. Maybe start by scanning your body, starting at the soles of your feet and working all the way up to the crown of your head. And just notice. Notice how you feel. And then bringing your awareness to your breath, slowly exhale all of the air out. And then on your inhale, fill all the way up. See if you can fill your belly all the way up. Inhale, feel your belly fill all the way up. And then exhale, maybe slow sigh out of the mouth, let it go. And then do that again. Inhale, fill your belly all the way up. Exhale, slow sigh out of the mouth, let it go. One more time, inhale, filling up. Exhale, let it go. If your eyes are closed, when you feel ready, slowly blink your eyes open, return to your natural breath. And then from here, before we get moving, we're going to do a side body stretch. So take your right hand up to your right side. Left arm's going to reach up and over, just coming into the side stretch. Take your heart up towards the sky. Root down through your left sit bone. And then inhale, come all the way back up. Left hand's going to come down, right arm reaches up and over. Same thing, other side. Rooting down through that right sit bone, getting really long on the right side. Think about your rib cage expanding out on that right side. Shoulders away from your ears. And then inhale, come all the way back up. And exhale, bring your hands out in front of you. And you either want to be either like in a crisscross seat, or you can have your feet out wide or soles of the feet together, whatever feels good to you here. We're going to walk it forward, come into a forward fold. Again, you don't want any pain in your knees or your hips. And as always, if anything feels bad in your body or if it doesn't feel right for you, modify, do whatever you need to do to keep your body safe and happy today. And always, long deep breaths. And then your inhale, walk your hands back in towards you. And let's come on to hands and knees. So take your time. Your hands are going to come underneath your shoulders, knees come underneath your hips. Spread out through your fingers. So all your fingers are spread. And then on your inhale, arch your spine, look up, cow pose. Exhale, round your spine, drop your head, cat pose. And then just keep moving, inhaling into your cow. Exhaling into your cat. Maybe two or more. Just follow your breath. You don't have to go at the same pace as me. Inhale and exhale. And one more. Inhaling and exhaling. Good, and then from here, you're either going to take your hips back towards your heels for child's pose, dropping your head, or you can tuck your toes and press yourself back, downward facing dog. Either option is good. And remember, you can always take child's pose. It's lovely. So do what feels good to you. Right, take a breath or two wherever you are. See if you can really let go of your head. And whether you're in child's pose or if you're in your down dog, really spread out your fingers. If your arms are reaching forward, spread your fingers, feel your hands grounding down. You're in child's pose, feel your shins and your knees. You're in down dog, feel your feet grounding down. Feel your feet pressing back. And then on your inhale, everybody, we're going to slowly walk your feet all the way forward to meet your hands. Coming into your forward fold at the top of your mat. Take a couple breaths here, just dangle. And notice what you need. You can let your hands hang. You can grab up at the elbows. If you need a shoulder stretch and you want to interlace your fingers behind your back, you can do that. Anything else I didn't say, you can do that too. Take a couple breaths here. And then when you feel ready, let go of whatever you got going on with your hands. Put a little bend in your knees and slowly roll yourself all the way up to stand, cracking your spine as you go. Feel your feet grounding down as you inhale, reach your arms up overhead. And exhale, hands come to heart. Take a deep inhale here. And a deep exhale. Inhale, arms reach up, open up. Exhale, dive forward, forward, fold. Just noticing how you feel as you move. Inhale, extend your spine, flat back, lengthen. Exhale, we're gonna fold, bend your knees, plant your hands down on the floor, and on your inhale, step your left foot back, coming back into a lunge. Pause here just for a moment. Keep that back leg really strong. Feel your front foot grounding down. Feel your breath. And then if it feels okay, you're gonna put a little bend in that back knee as you inhale, come all the way up. High lunge. Long, deep breath. Again, feel your feet firmly planted on the ground. Feel the crown of your head reaching all the way up towards the sky. You can keep that small bend in your back knee, or if you want to start to straighten it, just notice if your low back starts to pitch, you start to feel it in your low back, keep that bend there so that way you can stay upright in your upper body. Take another breath. And then on your exhale, we're going to ground your back heel down. So back heel is going to come to the floor. You might need to adjust your feet a little bit here. I always do. We're going to move into warrior two. So bend your right knee right on top of your ankle. Reach that left leg back. So you're keeping your left leg really super strong. And then again, without gripping your toes down on the mat, feel your feet firmly planted down. Maybe gaze over your right hand. And feeling that energy from your feet. So they're planting down into the ground, right? But see if you can just imagine in your mind that expanding down even further. Maybe like you have, like you're a tree, you have roots growing down into the ground, or whatever imagery might work here for you. I usually stick to the tree one, that one works for me, but you could also think of like light shooting down into the ground, or, you know, have to think about it. Take another breath. And then inhale, take your left hand back to your left leg, reach your right arm up towards the sky. Breathe. So you're really making some space in that right side again. And then on your exhale, slowly cartwheel both hands down to the ground. Pivot onto the ball of your back foot so you're back in your lunge. And then you're going to step your left foot forward to meet your right foot, come back into your fold. On your inhale, lengthen your spine, flat back. Exhale to fold. Good. From here, I'm going to turn toward you. You can stay where you are. You're going to wiggle your feet a little bit wider than your hips. Turn your toes out and your heels in, and we're going to pop down into a squat. So your squat might be here. You might be up a little bit more. You may come down a little bit further. Just a little bit. Take a breath here. And when you're here, see, especially if you're way down in your squat, or even if you're not, there's a tendency to round the upper back. see if you can really lengthen your spine. Like you're drawing your shoulders and your head up away from your tailbone. So you're getting really, really long here. Feel, again, your feet are grounding down. And see if you can slow down your breath. And then on your exhale, slowly release your hands down to the ground. You're going to straighten your legs, come back into your forward fold. Take a couple of breaths here. You can wiggle your feet back towards each other a little bit, or you can keep them wide. Whatever feels best here to you, do that. Drop your head. Feel your breath. And then on your inhale, put a little bend in your knees and slowly roll yourself all the way to stand, stacking your spine as you go. Once you get there, inhale, reach your arms up overhead, open up. And exhale, hands come to heart. Take a deep inhale here. And a deep exhale. Let's do side two. Inhale, arms reach up. On your exhale, dive forward, forward fold, hinging from your hips. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale to fold. Again, you're going to bend your knees, clench your hands, and step your right foot back. Okay, we're going to hang out here just for a second. So, no, getting in. Feel your feet grounding down. You stay on the ball of the back foot. Keep that back leg really strong. And then maybe put a little bend in your back knee as you inhale and come all the way up. High lunge. And remember, if this feels super wobbly to you today, every day is different, and you want to ground that back heel down for warrior one, you can do that too. Ooh, be nice to yourself here. Long, deep breaths. Remembering that our yoga isn't about conquering all the poses. There's no winning. We're just observing. Just observing what's happening in your body, in your mind, as you take another breath here. And then on your exhale, you're going to release your back heel down to the ground. We're going to scoot into warrior two. So maneuver your feet as you need to. So bending your left knee right on top of your ankle. Let me say this again. Left heel is going to line up with your right arch, kind of. So you have almost a straight line between your feet. If that doesn't work for your hips, you might need to scoot your feet one way or another. Just kind of play around with it and see what works for you. Take another breath. Feel your feet grounding down. Feel the top of your head reaching up towards the ceiling or the sky. And then inhale, take your right hand back to your right leg. Reach your left arm up towards the sky. Proud warrior, lengthen out your left side. Feel all the space between your rib cage, between each individual rib. Take another breath. And then on your exhale, cartwheel and hands down on the floor. Again, pop up onto the ball of your back foot, and then slowly step your right foot forward to meet your left foot. Come back into your fold. Again, I'm going to turn toward you. Stay where you are. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold. Wiggle your feet a little bit wider than your hips. Turn your toes out and your heels in, and again, we're going to pop down into your squat. So again, your squat may be up a little bit. Be nice to your knees. Or if it's okay on your knees and your hips, you can come down. This is as far as you need to. And also, if your heels pop up, roll up a blanket or roll up your mat or stick a pillow underneath your heels so you have something to ground down into. A couple of breaths here. Lengthen your spine. So squats are really grounding pose. It's good for your hips. It's good for your shins and your ankles too. Good one. Go back. But feel your feet grounding down. And again, see if you can slow your breath down. One more long deep breath. And then on your exhale, release your hands down to the ground. I'm going to slowly straighten your legs and come into your forward fold. Again, if you want to wiggle your feet a little bit closer together, you can. Take a couple breaths just to hang here again. Feel your feet grounding down. If you really want to let go of your head, feel your head reaching towards the floor as well. That might feel nice. If that doesn't feel good on your neck, don't do it. One more long deep breath. And then on your inhale, put a little bend in your knees. And slowly roll yourself all the way up to stand. Again, just stacking your spine as you go. Once you reach the top, reach your arms all the way up overhead. And exhale, hands come to heart. Take a deep inhale here. And a deep exhale. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, dive forward, come into your forward fold. On your inhale, lengthen your spine, flat back. Exhale and fold. Inhale, step your left foot back. Again, you're going to stay on the ball of your back foot. Just hang out here for a moment. Inhale. And then exhale, bring your back knee down to the ground. So if you've got a blanket or anything you can put under your knee, especially if you need some padding, go for it. You can stay low, or you can bring your hands up onto your thigh, or reach your arms all the way up, low lunge. Tailbone comes down, low belly lifts. Feel your feet, feel your front foot. Try not to get too grippy with your toes, just feel your front foot grounding down. Feel like your foot's pressing into the ground so much that you feel that leg engaged. Feel your tailbone lengthen down. Feel, as you engage your legs into the ground, feel the space that creates in your low back. Or imagine the space in your low back. And then maybe, if it feels okay, you can open your heart up a little bit here. And then exhale, bring your hands down to the ground. This time, once you get your hands down, you're going to step your right foot back. And we're going to come back into kneeling plank, or you can tuck your toes and lift your knees for a regular plank, whichever one feels best to you. Take a breath in your plank. And then exhale, lower all the way down to the ground. Get long in your legs. Roll your shoulders back and inhale. Cobra pose. Open up your heart, press into your hands, reach your head up towards the sky. Exhale, lower down. Let's do two more like that. So inhaling, any size cobra you want to be, so you can keep it low, inhaling, coming up. Or you can go up and be bigger. Exhale, lower down. Feel your feet grounding down here though. Your feet aren't lifting, they're staying grounded down. Inhaling one more time, cobra. Open up your heart. Feel the tops of your feet on the ground. Feel your heart reaching up towards the sky. And then exhale, press it back into child's pose. Hips come back toward your heels. Drop your head. Even if you're normally a down dog person, just for today, child's pose. Unless it feels bad, in which case modify. Do what you need to do, make it feel good. Long deep breaths. Feel the center of your forehead. And if it gets all the way down to the ground, it doesn't have to, but if it gets all the way down to the ground in the center of your forehead, you can just slightly press the center of your forehead down into your mat. Feel the flow of your breath. And then you can stay in child's pose, or to transition if you want to go back into your down dog. With your toes, lift your hips, find your down dog. Take a breath. And then on your next inhale, everybody, you're going to slowly step your left foot forward to meet your hands. Take your time here. Don't rush. And then hang out here just for a moment. So you're going to keep that back knee up just for a moment. Take a breath. And then bring your back knee down. But from here, you can stay low. You can bring your hands up onto your thighs, or you can reach your arms all the way up. Pick the option that feels best to you. But then once you're there, without getting super grippy in your toes, think about pressing that front foot down into the floor so much that you feel that leg turn on. And then think about pressing your back shin into the floor as well. And as you engage your legs, you're freeing up your lower back a little bit, even if that just happens in your mind. Pretend like it's real. Inhale, heart opens up. Only if that feels good. If you start to open up your heart and you feel it back here, especially low back, come back up. We're thinking upper back as you open up your heart and ground down through your feet. And then exhale, hands come down. Let's step it back one more time. Come back into your plank or your kneeling plank. Take a breath. Maybe one more breath. And then exhale, lower all the way down. And then one more time, just one cobra this time. So press into your hands, press the tops of your feet down. Inhale, open your heart up. Stay up for the exhale if it feels okay in your back. Stay up for one more inhale. And then exhale, lower down. And one more time, press your hips back towards your heels. Come back into child's pose. Stretch out your low back. Feel your shins and the palms of your hands grounding down. Feel the flow of your breath in the back of your heart, in the back of your lungs. And then on your inhale, slowly come all the way up to seated. So from here, take your right leg out in front of you. I may or may not be mirroring you. We're going to do both sides, so it's okay. I'm going to turn to the side here so you can see what I'm doing. And then bring your left foot to your inner right leg. Flex your right foot up towards the sky, and then a little tiny turn towards your right leg. Inhale, you're going to lengthen your spine. And then exhale, walk your hands forward as you fold over your right leg. You can bring your hands wherever they fall. If they get to your foot, that's great. If they don't, that's awesome as well. It honestly doesn't matter if you grab your foot or not. No word or anything that happens. Just wherever you are. And hang out there. Feel that left hip grounding down. And then feel, as you ground your left hip down, feel your spine reaching forward. So we're not trying to round over the leg at any point, trying to lengthen your spine over your leg. Long, deep breath. Inhale, come all the way back up. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So you're going to take your left leg out. Right foot's going to come to your inner left thigh. Again, you don't have to really straddle here. I'm just doing this way so you can see. So you're going to flex your left foot, lengthen your spine, little twist towards your left leg. So your upper body's facing towards your left leg. And then on your exhale, start to walk yourself forward again, coming into your fold, lengthening your spine over that left leg. Hands can be wherever they fall. Long, deep breaths. Feel your right hip grounding down. Feel your spine lengthening out. You may feel this in the back of the left leg. You might also feel it in your right hip. So just notice where you feel it, and breathe. Long, deep breaths. And then on your inhale, slowly come all the way back up. From here, you're going to slowly take your time, make your way all the way back onto your back. Once you get there, bring your knees up into your chest. Hug your knees in, rock and roll around a little bit, massage out your lower back. And then coming back to center, take your arms out into a T and drop your knees over to the right, coming into your twist. Left shoulder is going to melt down towards the floor here. And you can stay, or if it feels good to extend your right leg straight, you can do that too. Or you can extend both legs if you want. They don't have to be totally straight, little bend, big bend may feel better, or just keeping them all the way bent might feel better on your back. So do what feels best on your back. If you have your legs extended, it's just going to give you a little more of a stretch in the outside of the leg, IT band area. And you may also feel it in your upper chest and arm. So just notice. And then if your knees are straight, slowly bend your knees. On your exhale, bring your knees back to center. Pause. And on your next exhale, drop your knees over to the left, coming into your twist on the other side. Letting that right shoulder melt down towards the ground. And again, you can keep your knees exactly where they are. This might be perfect. Or if you want to extend the legs, if that feels good to you, you can extend the legs straight. One leg, you can extend the top leg, or you can extend both legs. Just choose the one that feels best and do that. Remember, there's no best pose. There's no winning. It's just modifying and adjusting the pose so it fits and feels good in your body. Give yourself another breath here. And then when you feel ready, if your legs are extended, slowly bend your knees. And on your next exhale, bring your knees back up to center. From here, you're going to slowly extend your legs out on the mat. Get comfy. And we're going to set up for Shavasana. And it's going to be a little bit of a short Shavasana. So I encourage you to stay longer than I do. Give yourself like a luxurious 10-minute final relaxation. It's a good night for it. So, but I'll let you know. I'll come out of it right at 7. So that way, if you have the time frame, I'll let you know. But give yourself a couple moments here. Feel your body grounding down. Feel your legs heavy. Feel your arms heavy. Back of the head. Shoulder blades. Shoulders. Hips. Feet. Everything grounding down. And feeling yourself not just laying on the floor, but actually being supported by the floor. So that way you feel like you can just let go. So whatever support you need, whatever it is you need right now, so you can let go. Give yourself that support. That even just a little bit can let go. And again, staying, if you would like to stay longer, please do. But if you are in that time frame where you have to be done by 7, we are right there. So start by bringing your awareness back. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Maybe stretch your arms up overhead like you're waking up again. Coming really long. And then slowly roll yourself over onto your right or left side, taking your time. And then again, take your time to push yourself all the way up to stand or to seated. Not going to stand yet, to seated. Finding your comfortable seat just for another moment. Bringing your hands to your heart. Feeling in your practice. Noticing how you feel. So as I said in the beginning of class, we were working with grounding our energy today. So just noticing, and you don't have to feel that way, just noticing how you feel. Noticing one more time your body, noticing your mind, and noticing your breath. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste. Thank you all so much for joining me. I will be back next week, same time. And let me know if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or just say hi. That's nice too. I'll see you next week. Thank you.